Yo, what's good, tribe? Happy Valentine's Day. In today's episode, we talked about our best representations of love. We talked about our current standings of our love languages in 2024. We also touched on Monique's comments during the recent Club Shay Shay interview with Shannon Sharp. One of the things she talked about was her relationship with her husband and also in the industry. The question that we had during the episode was, could you maintain a healthy relationship working with your partner? Could your man be the leader of the household if he wasn't the breadwinner? Stay tuned. All this and more in today's episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. Oh, peace, peace, peace,
Are we
peace,
good? We
peace.
going
What's
high?
good, everybody?
What it do? What
Hey.
it do?
Yo.
What's
Hey,
good? What's good, everybody?
guess what?
Peace.
Welcome back to the Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
Oh man, what is it?
We are the
Yeah.
Sophisticatedly Ratchet tribe. You are the Sophisticatedly Ratchet family. And we welcome you again back. Thank you for joining us again. Happy Valentine's Day, gang. Happy Valentine's
Facts,
Day.
facts. Love is in the
Today
air.
is the late.
Really?
Today's the
We
official
love
mass
you.
marketed day of love. All right. But I hear Sophisticatedly Ratchet. We want to think that Valentine's Day is about actually loving one another. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. I'm Mash. I'm the spew guy,
Facts,
drip
facts.
drip. Please say the
Drip,
drip
drip,
drip.
drip.
Yay. And today's Valentine's Day, so I want to spew all over you listeners in the tribe. All right. Spew is an abbreviation for spreading positive energy wherever. And as a spew guide, it's my job to enrich the lives of everybody that I meet. All right. My pronouns are drip drip. I represent Southside, Jamaica, Queens. Only Queens make kings.
Facts.
And we're here to entertain, educate, and inform you today, tribe. So thanks for joining us.
Oh, man.
I'm here with my tribe. All right. We got Shake. We got Ice Queen. We got Lil Mo. And who else? Flash of Philosophy. We perform like Voltron. And we make it
Yeah.
the Racket podcast. This is what we
Facts.
do here. So moving on to everybody's favorite segment. You got the sound man
Gang.
queued up. Sound man.
Early for these niggas.
Word of the week.
Never catch me slipping.
Yo, what it do? What it do? It's your boy Shake, and I am here to present you to today's word of the week. Okay, and today's word of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is cromulent. Okay,
Okay.
and cromulent is an adjective, and it means acceptable or adequate. Okay, I'm gonna use it in a sentence. Even though I don't really fuck with Valentine's like that, I still have to make sure I get my girl a cromulent gift, because if I don't, I'm gonna be cut off of getting the buns for
Facts.
the next few weeks.
That's
No
a really
right?
great sentence.
Yeah.
That's a really great
You get
sentence.
no pussy, sir.
That's a really great sentence.
Okay, I got one.
Go ahead, Flash. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say, you know where I'm gonna take it, all right. But you gotta understand that she ain't gonna spin the block unless your is cromulent. All right. Give that man a ding. All
Bring
right.
that man. That was good.
Okay.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
All right. It's gotta be
I hate
adequate.
him. I hate you, Flash.
Cromulent. Cromulent. That's cromulent. Come on, bro.
2020. Cue me up, Flash. I'm ready. Off the hook.
left.
Bro.
Dang.
It's rapid fire.
Look
Yo.
at these fingers.
Thanks for joining another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet. If you don't know, we're on YouTube. All right. But you can also find us on all platforms. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google, Pandora. You can even ask, what's homegirl in the crib?
Alexa.
Alexa. You can even ask Alexa.
Her name
Alexa.
so. Say her name
Yeah,
like.
yeah, we out here. Sophisticated Ratchet Podcast. You
Mm.
can find us on all social media platforms as well. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on X, we're also on TikTok, where you can find us on So Ratchet Podcast, all one word. All right. And like I said, if you want to see our beautiful faces, you can catch us out on YouTube. We go live every first Wednesday of the month. And we love to hear from you, tribe. Hit us, like, comment, subscribe, share, and be able to engage with you and make some new stuff. You should definitely like right now. You should like the button. Hit the button.
Join,
Right
subscribe.
now. Right now.
Facts.
Let's go.
Do that.
All right.
All right. So, love, Valentine's Day, all of that good stuff. I was thinking to myself, self, what's your best representation of love?
Mhm.
And I asked my team, like, it sounds real. Like I made it as vague as possible because I really wanted to get everybody's opinion. Like, what's your best representation of love? So
Mhm.
I'm gonna throw it out there to the gang. I'm gonna go first to the ladies. I'm gonna go to my homegirl Mo.
Okay. So,
Question for you, Mo.
yes, one of my representation of loves, I would say, is seeing my godparents be married. They've been married, I want to say maybe about 30 years now. And I'm not saying that their marriage is perfect. I'm just saying that I've never experienced them having an argument or anything of such. I mean, they just ride for each other. They do everything for each other, and they still have that young, like that young way about them. So, when you're around them, you still have a good time, and I love that. I love to see that. So,
Mm,
um, just seeing two people who've been together for years, and it appears as if they still like and love each other after
right.
all
Mhm.
these years. Like I said, of course, I'm pretty sure they've had um disagreements of such, but I'm just saying I've never witnessed it at all. And they've been around me my whole entire life. I've never seen them argue ever.
Mm,
um so it just makes me know that it's possible, to really like and love your partner that you've been with for about 30 years.
so, TJ.
Yeah,
Uh,
I will co-sign that. I will co-sign that. Mo and I pretty much grew up together. So I saw her godparents, and that was the perfect example when you're seeing so many relationships fail around you, whether they were your own parents or even her parents. Um, that was the one consistent uh relationship structure that was consistent even to this day. And after being in relationships as an adult, I'm like, whoa, that's a difficult thing to do.
right.
And to see that, it's really inspiring. But for me, I would say it's the mother, the love of a mother.
Okay.
Sometimes I talk to my mom and I get on her because I feel like she enables my little sister a lot. And I'm like,
Mm,
you got to stop enabling her, because you're allowing her to miss out on life lessons and life skills.
right.
Yeah.
But when I hear her talk, she's like, but when you have a child, it's different. And that mother's love is something different. And some mothers give
100%.
it to their children. Some mothers have it and some mothers don't. And if you were one of the people that didn't get that, I'm I'm sorry for you, because
Salty.
that
Salty.
mother's love is like, it
Yeah.
just feels so overwhelming. I know when I have no one, I have my mom, and I'm so grateful for that.
That was beautiful
Yeah,
too.
nah, I feel you on that 100%.
Hmm.
100% TJ.
Right.
Flash, question to you, my brother. Uh,
Okay. You
what's
said
your best
about
representation of love?
I used to love when it was Angelina Jolie and what was the guy's
Billy
name?
Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton, right? I
Yeah.
always thought whenever I saw them on TV or in a flick or whatever, because cameras would
Interviews.
follow them around interviews, they were just so fucking sexy, and the way that she just loved on him to the extra most, like they'd be showing up to the wars and they'd be like, yeah, we just fucked in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, God damn, like they just ravishing each other and loving on each other, and even to the point where she had like blood, his blood and shit, on her. I'm saying like, wow, like she carries around a vial with this man's blood. I don't think a chick has ever done that. Like the most chick ever does is like to swallow a little nut. And I'm just like, all right, that's cute, but like, would you carry my blood on you?
Really
I
flash, really,
can't. You.
Like,
really.
I'm just
Disgusting.
saying, like that's what
Preach,
This.
preach,
I'm just
preach,
being honest.
preach, preach.
But
That's a different type of achievement.
nigga, like,
That's a
like
different type of
you know what I'm
achievement.
saying? Like let me nut in a little crystal when she carried around. I think that should be cute. My baby. But but I also say this, not non-jokingly, I think sometimes the best representations of love that I see in my life are when I see people forgive, especially with like love
Mm.
in their heart, like real love and real forgiveness.
Hmm.
And I know some people may be salty or bitter about certain things in situations, and I've seen a lot of women do it too, especially when it comes to sometimes us men who may be knuckleheads and fuck up in a situation, and then I still give grace to the men who have to forgive their women as well for when they're not at their best as as well. So for me, a lot of the whether it's my parents and them going through their issues, whether it was with like infidelity or anything like that, and I think I told you, like my mom's ability for forgiveness, as far as what I seen to my pops, and taking my my sister who's not of my same mother, and bringing her from Jamaica and loving on her and making sure she had this great path to step even into like nursing and the health industry and all this other stuff. And I just be looking at that like, damn, that's a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? So any instance where I've seen people in my family or in my immediate circle, 6 degrees, whatever, where that forgiveness was there, that's like my best representation of love that I see.
No, I dig
I
that.
see it,
I
Flash.
dig that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hi, yo. Well, my best representation of love was so I used to love looking at Will and Jada and being like, wow, that is the perfect couple.
Mm,
Look how long they've been together. They make me believe that marriage can be a thing. They make me believe that marriage is real. And
mm.
then they ruined that for me.
Come on,
Okay?
come on.
Jada, fuck you. You ruined it for me. Okay? You
Jada,
ruined
why
it.
her?
Yeah, you heard what I said. I
Man, say
said
what he
what I
said.
said. I said what I said.
Stand
Because
on
Will
business,
didn't
Jay.
ruin it.
Stand
Jada
on
did.
business. That's
Okay?
right.
Let's keep
He
it a
did
stack.
ruin it.
All right? She ruined it. All right? And then
Mm,
you know what? It broke my
shake
heart.
back.
It broke my heart when she just started tearing this man down. And then we started hearing that it was all fake for years, for years. But I still look at like
2016.
I still quiet. So I still look at Obama and I still look at the Obamas
Michelle.
and the Obamas. Okay, can you stop? And I see the love between them, and I still believe that love can be real.
Uh,
Now, if the Obamas break up on me, okay, I will
that'll,
have lost
that
all faith
ruin your world.
in
Ruin your
marriage.
world. Ruin your world.
Damn.
I agree.
All
Damn.
faith, bro. You know
Not the
what I'm saying?
bombers.
It's not that I don't believe love is real, but son, love is fleeting. I feel like love is not permanent. You're not gonna love somebody the same right now that you love the same 10 years from now that you did right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I would feel if they broke up. And I'm hoping that they stay together and keep my and that way I can keep my faith in love. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
Mm, mm. I like that.
I'm
Yeah,
complete.
nah. I feel you. I feel you, dog.
Yeah, wait. Can I just make a point to shake? To shake, what did you say
Yeah,
just
go
real
ahead.
quick?
Go
I,
ahead,
I
go
love
ahead,
the fact
Flash.
that you point out like love ain't, just this feeling that also has to be forever. I really feel like love is something that, one day you might really be up here, and then,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a couple months later you down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes your attitude or your conversations or your mannerisms reflect that and shit. I don't always think it's something that just always raises though. It's like, nigga, I can lose
Mm-hmm.
love for you and then have to catch it back. Some shit
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. So I love that you said that though. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
Um.
people talk about love that way. Like when you're in a marriage, you're not always in love with your partner, they say.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
you fall in and out of love with your
mm,
partner multiple times in a relationship. And that's okay because you're learning, because we all change. You know, we're not the same person we used to be, at all times. So it's important for you to grow with your partner and you learn to love this new version of them as they evolve and vice versa.
Yeah. Nah. 100%. 100%. One of my best representation of love is similar to TJ's. It's a parental love. I think
Mm,
that the love that you get from your parents is unmatched.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think a lot of us look for that love in other relationships, but you will never get that love like a
Mm.
parent's love. A parent's love is different.
You're
You know
right.
what I mean? I think a
You're right.
parent's love is the closest to unconditional love. That's the
oh,
closest you can
yes.
get to unconditional
mm,
love, I
mm.
think.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, um, but I think that's one of the best representations that I experienced or saw. Um, I think that also another form of love that I notice is like an aftercare for my grandparents or for my stepfather when my
Mm,
loved ones were in hospice care, and to have someone care for them in their last moments. I thought that that was a beautiful representation of love. That's like
Mm-hmm.
that was big for me to see someone ride with you. Like that was ride or die to me. Like that's what
Mm-hmm.
that looks like in real life when you see someone go through hospice care and their partner be with them in their last moments and watch them transition. Like I think that is big in terms of
Mm-hmm.
a representation of what love looks like to me.
Mm.
Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's my two takes on it.
Tribe, what it do, what it do. Yes, sir. We got merch, all right? Come to the SoRatchetShop.com and make sure you either pick up a hoodie or a t-shirt, or we might even have patches and cups. Yo, we're gonna have all kinds of stuff inside there. Make sure you come through SoRatchetShop.com. Come check out the merch.
So yo, if you're new to the tribe, hello, Sophisticatedly Ratchet. But if you old tribe member, you know that we did an episode on love languages.
Yes, we
You
did.
can go back and check it in our catalogs. And
That's all
love
right.
languages are different ways to express yourselves. And we had a whole episode about it, and we expressed how we were feeling at the time. So now we get to talk about it again. But I can't recall what the love languages are.
Here we go. All
Nope,
right.
I got you. This is where I
Boom!
chime in because I am the expert when it comes to love languages, tribes. So, if you're not familiar what a love language is different ways that you receive love. And so, the best way to communicate with your partner is to know what their love languages are so that you can give them love the way that they receive it. And
Correct.
Gary Chapman, which is the founder of the love languages, there's 5 of them. They are words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Nice.
Okay.
Bang,
Nice.
bang.
So if your partner likes physical touch,
Touch
then you want to make sure you're touching on them, you're
Facts.
feeling on them, and that's how they
Yeah.
receive love.
Just like that.
Ooh, you want to be
And
holding
if
their hands and shit. You know what I mean?
and my one of my love languages is quality time. So I want to be on the phone with you. I want to be, just undivided attention. I want us to have date nights. That could all consist of quality
Right.
time, or just
All
sit on the
that.
couch doing absolutely nothing, just with
All
your
that.
partner. That's quality
All
time.
that.
So my partner is gonna have to do things like that to make me know that they are loving on me, because that's the way I receive love. So that's what the 5 love languages are about. And all right, go ahead, Mash. Back to you.
Back to you, Mash.
Gang,
Yeah,
gang.
no problem. So, with all that being said, what are your love languages now, tribe? What are you leaning toward more? I know it can change over time. What are you now? Let's start at the top. Flash. What's your love language now in 2024?
I mean, just right now, flash like this minute, this second, nigga.
Current day.
I'm
Current day.
definitely physical touch. I have a prominent amount of attention that I need to make sure is paid
Thing that
to that part of my
An
love language
acceptable
right now.
amount of payment. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I
I'm
need
not
I
sure
need a
I'm getting that.
prominent amount of energy shown. That love language, yeah. Like what I say, physical touch. Yes.
All right. Okay. Sure.
Prominent
Sure.
amount.
Yeah.
That's what
Okay.
he said. That's what
Gang,
he
gang,
said.
man. I try to take my
He
phone
said what
away.
he said. He
I
said
just
what
wanted
he
to
said.
understand it. I just wanted to understand
Yeah.
it. Y'all seem like y'all understood it, so I was a little slow.
We're gonna say it louder for the niggas in the front then, all right?
Yo, for me, my love language has been
Thank you.
acts of service. And
That's
it's been
nice.
acts of service for a while, and I still think it is acts of service. I'm gonna be honest with you. Earlier, you was talking about the love from a parent and shit, and I think I got it from my mom. My mom is always the first person to like take care of me. If I'm not feeling well, she's gonna make sure I'm good. She always makes sure I'm eating. I look for that personality in the partner and shit. So that's why when Shake comes and says, "Hey, yeah, women need to know how to cook. Women need to know how to clean." That stems from the way I love to be loved. Okay,
Your
and
upbringing.
acts
Okay.
of service is the way I love to be loved.
Preach.
Ugh.
I love
Why
that.
do men
Gotcha.
always say food is like the way to
See?
their heart? Ugh.
It is.
The
Because
same
it
way
is.
the same way
You
why
think they're
y'all
Starts
making
with
it
they
up?
mama.
You
Jesus.
think they're
Maybe it
making it up?
is.
no.
It's
Ugh.
facts. It's a
Mhm.
fact.
Okay.
It's a fact.
Facts. So that's why niggas don't be fucking with them vegan donuts and shit. So
Watch your
Oh,
mouth.
God.
That nigga did a reverse Uno on you.
Yeah, that was a blind punch. We didn't
I'm
see
about
that
to
one
draw 4
coming.
right now. I'm about to draw 4.
He just definitely shadow
Draw
punched you.
4
That
on
was
them.
different.
Draw 4 on them.
Shikamaru move. That was different. That was good.
Wow.
Hey, Mo.
You can't even draw 4 on someone like that because,
That's
to be honest, that's his love language, and everyone is
Uh-huh.
different. So you get to have that.
Yeah.
If that's your love
True.
language, that's your love language. Go ahead.
True.
All right, Mo. So tell me, please, where you at right now in 2024? What's your love language?
I would say mine is still acts of service.
Okay.
Acts of service and maybe QT, but I think acts of service for me. That
Okay.
works. That works for me. I have competing priorities at time. I get off of work late. So it's like whatever you could do to assist me
right, right.
And whatever,
Be great,
and whatever I have going on will be great. Yeah, would be
right? And
great. Because
they're
sometimes
gonna,
it's a lot. Yeah, for you to come home and then do everything and still got to cook and still got to do this and still got to do that. That's a lot. So I want you to assist me. So the act of
yeah,
service, I'm good with that. It makes me feel happy.
facts. I
I'm
Represent.
hear
good with
that.
that. I'm good with
Yeah,
Or
no,
that.
I
help
respect
me
that.
be great. Help me be great.
Right,
The fuck?
right, right.
How about that?
Yeah,
Nah,
no,
nah.
I respect
Exactly.
that. I respect that a lot.
Hmm.
Where am I at? My love language in 2024, my love language, it has always been words of affirmation. And
Hmm.
Really?
I think it's
Yeah.
still words of affirmation. I think it's still there. I,
What are some of the words that you would like to hear?
I'm proud
Hokage.
of you. I
Okay.
see you.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I acknowledge you. Stuff like that.
Things that are encouraging,
Mm-hmm.
uplifting things, those type of things make me
Yeah.
feel good.
Yeah.
Things that I self-reflect on that people echo make me feel really good.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Those type of things are still with me. So I would say, uh, yeah, that's where I'm at with the
Words of
2024
affirmation. Yeah,
words of
words of
affirmation for
affirmation.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yo, you know what's key though? What TJ has said earlier. TJ has said, people receive love in different ways. You know what I'm saying? And you have to adapt to the way your person receives love. So you need to figure out how they love to be loved, right? We know you love it. Let's say you love getting gifts, right? You know what I'm saying? You think that giving gifts is the best way to show love, but that might not be the way that your partner
Mm-hmm.
receives love.
Receives.
See.
And you want to
Correct. Correct.
you want to do it the best way that your partner receives the love. So you want to try to figure out what their love language is in order for you to try to show them love the way they can best receive it. Just saying
Facts.
before we move on from the
Correct.
Speak to
Correct. Correct. Correct.
And just to clarify, we all want all five of those love languages, according to
correct.
Gary Chapman, the founder, the author
Absolutely.
of it.
Yep.
It's just how you rate them.
facts.
Mhm.
I might like quality time over words of affirmation and over gifts, but
Hmm.
everything is within conditions, right? Like if you gave
Mhm.
me a gift and it's Valentine's Day, like I might like that a little bit more than, and it depends on the
Fun time.
gift. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you
Yeah.
gifted me a
Facts.
car
Yep.
or a really expensive gift that I really, really wanted, that might take over, from the words of affirmation or quality time or acts of service
Yeah,
at that moment,
Mhm.
yeah,
So,
fuck all that
Hmm.
shit. Yo, Flash needs his dick jerked, so my DMs are
What?
ooh,
open, y'all. Ladies,
ooh. Oh, now you
I'm
trying to
Okay.
pull a TJ? You
That's
trying to pull
light
a
work.
Physical
TJ?
touch.
yo,
Physical
Slide in my
touch.
That's light
DM?
work.
Physical
That's
touch.
light work, Flash.
it's your shot.
Flash, that's light
You know
work.
what?
That can
Word.
be handled. That's light work.
Where we are thinking about auctioning off Flash for a Valentine's Day, ladies. So if you're interested,
Ladies,
drop it, drop it
you,
in the DM.
you want a deep dive
Okay.
session, ladies? Okay,
Deep
Deep
dive
dive
special.
session?
you book me.
Literally a deep dive. Right. A deep
Literally.
dive.
All right.
Literally. Literally.
You know what? To be honest, in the years ago, I would say it was acts of service, and I want to say to this day, it's still acts of service because I've been single for a long time, or an independent woman for a very long time, and so I have a lot of
Mhm.
responsibilities, and I want to be my feminine energy.
Mhm.
So if
I
you
hear
can
that.
do things for me so that I don't have to do them, I
Mm.
would love that.
Do
I
things
would
like
love
what?
that.
Yeah.
Give us some examples so we
Um,
can help drop out so they can give me a
when
DM.
it's snowing outside, I don't want to have to shovel my car out.
I hear
Get that
that.
in the
I want
I
to
car.
be
hear
in my
that.
feminine energy. I want my man to come and shovel my car out.
Yeah. Fact.
Anything related to my car, I really don't feel like you get handled well when you go to mechanics as a woman. Sometimes you don't know everything. They try to, throw numbers at you and throw,
Yep.
jargon at you that you don't understand. I want my man to, handle that. Like if the light is on in my car, no worries, baby. I got you. I'm gonna go get that fixed. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? Like let me be
Hmm.
in my
Yeah.
feminine energy
Hmm.
and not have to do
Absolutely.
all that I usually have to do.
So,
I'm
so this,
complete.
so this is where my man Water, who was in the comments trying to take TJ to the movies, nigga. She
Oh
want a car
yeah.
wash. All right, come
Yeah.
wash her car. All
Facts.
right.
Facts. Go
And
watch
take
it,
and,
bro.
and take it
Word.
to be
Word.
maintenance. No,
Get
not just wash it. Take it
detailed.
to be
No, not just
Fact.
mean
take it
take
to
it
be
to get
Um,
maintenance.
detailed. She
So,
need to
Maintenance.
have her tires power
that's a fact.
washed. All right. Her
That's a
brakes,
Hmm.
fact.
her brake pads need to be
Inspected,
replaced.
yes.
All
so,
right.
so,
Yes.
so what
She gotta
TJ
get the
That's why I
want?
tires
said
rotated.
maintenance.
All
TJ won.
mechanics in the tribe, if you're trying to holler at TJ, this is the way to her heart.
Maintenance.
All right.
Bags.
You find her car and you make it better. All right. You want TJ, that's how you get it, gang.
Facts.
Yeah, TJ wants a
Facts.
nigga who says, "I got this, baby. I got that, baby. Don't worry about that."
Open
All right,
every
so
door.
open every door. I got this, baby. You know what
Chivalrous.
I'm
Okay. Okay.
Yo,
These are the
chivalry,
qualities.
yo.
Chivalry.
saying?
Yeah,
And then she'll
chivalry's
break your
alive
heart
and
like a
well.
fucking wind tunnel, nigga. Fuck you up, nigga.
It's cold. It's cold,
Cold,
baby.
cold world,
Cold,
nigga.
baby.
It's cold work.
So
Baby.
on February 9th, comedian and actress Monique, as we know her, she was on Club Shay Shay. It was a phenomenal interview. The interview
Shout
was
out to Shannon
about, I
Sharp.
want to say, it could have been 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was a long interview, but it
Hell
was a
yeah.
good watch. Those that don't know the background story, at one point, remember Monique was blackballed from the industry. She mentioned Tyler Perry, Oprah, and Lee Daniels and Lionsgate.
Pause,
Blackballed her. Mhm.
pause. This is right around the time that Precious dropped.
Yes, I was
I don't
going
know
to.
if y'all remember, but Precious was fire. Monique killed that role.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
All right.
Mhm.
She got a
So,
lot of awards for it. And she was at the peak
Oscar,
of her career at that time.
Okay.
absolutely. So that's what I was going to say. Yes. So as Mash stated, it's when Precious came. As far as her contract was concerned, she completed all her obligations, but they wanted her to basically promote the film for free. And she was like, "Well, now, no, I'm going to go and be with my family and such." So basically, she was blackballed, and it took her quite some time to get out of that. So she kind of talked about that on Shannon Sharp. She
Mhm.
also talked about people's feedback regarding her husband being in her corner, why he always got to come, or why is he always around. And she explained that, as a black female, why shouldn't we have a black king or a black man to be there for us, to represent for us, to support us, and
Mhm.
and things of that nature. And she loves her husband.
But he's also her
um
manager, right?
she also, yep, he's also her manager. She also
Mhm.
talked about this. Actually, this is her third marriage, her husband being her third
Mhm.
marriage. And she also talks about at times her being out of order, meaning that, because she was the breadwinner, she had the money. But after a time and a while in her relationship, she would, sit at the head of the table. And then naturally it progressed to him sitting on the edge of the table, the head of the table. She explained that her husband taught her a lot through their
Mhm.
marriage, taught her how to be a queen, how to how to be a female, she could step back because he got it. And that's kind of what she went over, and several things. Watch the interview. It came out February 9th on Club Shay Shay. It was a lot, and she talked about a lot.
I did not know that that man would take me from a 15-year-old mentality. Even though I'm a star, I'm famous, I got a few dollars in my bank account, but still had that little girl mentality. You can't correct me, you can't say nothing to me, you can't check me, you can't do none of that. Still had that way. That man was able to shut all of that down and grow me up.
So in the interview with Shannon Sharp, Monique talked about her husband managing her and how people had different concerns about him being involved in her business. But he's also her husband. Um, the question is, could you maintain a healthy relationship working with your partner? Right, Tribe, do you think that
Oh,
is something that you could do? You could maintain a healthy relationship working with your partner? TJ,
That
you up?
sounds like a
I'll
booty
go
question.
first. I've always
yeah, I'll go
said
after
this.
TJ because I could. Go
hmm
ahead.
I love this question because, when you're a partnership, in a relationship, it's a partnership. I always have the best interests of my partner and vice versa. And I've always said this: I rather work for my man than work for the man. Okay,
Mhm.
Hello. Hello.
and
that's a bar.
I
Thank
want to bring this income. Yeah, thank you. I take that. I
Mhm.
take that.
I respect that.
Thanks.
So now,
Mhm.
And I rather bring whatever income and all the gifts and talents that I have. I would love to give it to whatever's going to build us and our family, as opposed to
Mhm.
giving it to someone else in some other company and having
Mhm.
them make millions.
you.
And I really
Mhm.
do like the fact that Monique talked about this in the interview, because who knows her best than her man and her manager? He should be in
Mhm.
every room. And we should feel, like she said, as a Black woman, supported by a man. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? A lot of times there's a lot of men that
Yeah.
run these industries, especially in the entertainment industry. There's not a lot of women leading things outside of maybe like a Oprah and Shonda Rhimes and stuff like that. And they're up
Mhm.
incoming, and that's great. Issa Rae, beautiful. I love to see our Black women running things, and just women in general. But I would love to have a man, on my side there to rep me, And for all those people that didn't want him in the circle or didn't want him in those sessions, you know, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
her
Mhm.
manager, that's her
Yeah.
man, that's her support. And I'm happy that she, you know, rides for him and rides for him being a part of, you know, her career. He is her
Yeah.
manager. So
100%.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
complete.
Go ahead, Mo. You said you wanted to go
Okay.
next.
Yeah, I'll go next. I definitely, it could be a positive thing. I think it needs to be boundary set though. However, like when we're talking about, like, you don't want to mesh the two. Like, okay, when we're doing business, let's do business. I agree that it's smart for him to be her manager because that money stays within the household. You
Right.
get
Hmm.
what I'm saying? That money stays within the household, baby. So together they could formulate that. I love when Monique talked about the black man being a support because as it's been stated that some of the most that black females are the most disrespected females that it is. And another part of me questions, why don't you want my manager slash my husband in the room? Are you trying to give me a figure that maybe you want to try that with a male in the room? Are you trying to demean me? You get what I'm saying? So I think about those little backseat things as well. And to know, and it's a little bit more intimidating when I'm not by myself, when I'm with a man who happens to be my manager and my husband. You know what I mean? So you know that you can't disrespect me. You know that you can't come out your face crazy. You know that you can't try anything. Why? Because my manager slash my husband is there. So I think
Hmm.
with all of those entities, and when they talk in business, he's gonna have her best interest, she's gonna have his best interest. And I'm just saying, if I was in a relationship, that's what I want. That's my partner. And I don't even want to say partner because we have to look at it as we stated, we're not married, but this is a marriage, right? So they're married. So who better else than your husband or your wife, right? Especially if you're able to have those boundaries in place. Like, babe, when we're doing business is business, and it works for them. It's been working for years for them.
Okay.
I do say, yes, I do want to say one quick thing. There is a caveat to working with any family member, any partner,
Yes.
is that you're around them and it may affect the relationship, the familial relationship, right? Like
Mhm.
the Chris Jenner and then working for her kids, like they always have issues with that. And then I can think of Mary J. Blige. I want to say her husband, if I'm not mistaken, was her manager at one point, and he was
Yes.
mismanaging funds and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
so stuff like that, there are certain caveats. And then there also needs to be some time where you are able to turn it off. All right, well,
Correct.
now we're home. You my man, you not my manager, you know, and
Right.
it may be a little too much, at times. So there is a caveat to it. But you know, in the question, Mash, you said like how to create a healthy relationship, with working together. So it's possible, but like Mo
Mhm.
said, there should be
Communicate.
boundaries, and
Mhm.
communication should be very strong too. Yeah. So
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
complete.
I think that there have to be boundaries. You have to be able to turn it on and off. But I also think, to your point, the people who are questioning his presence is very questionable. Like,
Yes.
why is this person's presence a concern of yours if they're my partner or they're my associate that I do business with? Like, whoever that person may be, this is my business that I'm doing with this entity, regardless of our relationship, it's mine. So for you to have questions or concerns about that, that's a flag. um
Mhm.
like, for all the same reasons that you listed, Mo. What ulterior motives do you have or might you have that you don't want this person available to give their feedback? Um, do I think it's possible to maintain a healthy relationship in that dynamic? Yeah, they're doing it. Um,
Mhm.
do I think you can
Facts.
maintain a healthy relationship working with your partner? I have worked with partners in the past, and they have been successful relationships. Um,
Mhm.
things things have gotten things have gotten messy because we were in relationships together, but not of a fault of my own, just because there were other people in the office who wanted me, but once they found out that
Mm.
I was with somebody, it was a problem. So it wasn't really like a beef for our relationship, but it was a beef for other people in the office.
Mm,
Um, but it
Gotcha.
worked out pretty
Gotcha.
fine.
yeah.
Perfect.
Wait, back up,
Hmm?
Mash. So
Wow.
you were talking to somebody at work,
Uh-huh.
and when they found out that you was talking to that person, they were upset because they wanted to talk to you too.
Nah, so I was working with, so I have staff at this place, right? So
Hmm.
at this place I was
Mhm.
working at, I had staff, and I was training this young lady on how to do a particular task, and she started liking me. Right now, I wasn't
Gotcha.
I wasn't being inappropriate with this young lady at all, but just doing my job, spew
Mm,
guy, just do what he do. And
excuse
it
Drip,
me.
just so
drip.
Drip,
happened that
drip.
she found
Drip,
out.
drip.
It's just what I'm saying. So I'm saying she had found out that I was talking to somebody in the office, And then she became very, 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 very problematic. Like she stopped wanting to
Right.
do her job, and then when she stopped wanting to go to meetings, and then she fucking got insubordinate to hang up the phone on me while I'm having a meeting with
Oh,
her. I had to really had to hop up and go to her desk, like, yo, Shorty, let me talk to you real quick in the conference room.
Yeah, yeah.
As a
You
right,
manager.
right.
yeah, like yo, you bugging out right now. I don't know what's going on with you, but
And did she share that she was interested in you and she was upset that you were talking to someone else? How did you know that?
she shared it to another colleague, and the colleague told me
Came
that
back
that's
and
why she
told
was upset
you.
about the
Wow.
whole
Gotcha.
Messy.
interesting dynamics. Yeah, but it was
Messy in the
worked out. She
workplace.
wound up quitting.
Yeah.
You know, Spew God came out unscathed because he don't mess with staff. You know, except you know,
Ah,
but you know, it
we'll
worked.
leave that alone. We'll leave that alone.
It worked. It worked. It worked.
Just say I'm complete, man. Just
I'm
say I'm
complete. I'm
complete.
complete. I'm
Okay,
complete.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
complete. I'm
Oh,
complete.
damn, yo, you know when I think about it, I ain't gonna hold you. I've worked in so many different like messy situations where I dealt with coworkers and shit, especially when I was working in retail and shit. I definitely had girlfriends, um, and fuck buddies, and I'll say like the girlfriend shit. It was definitely irritating for me to work that close or within the realm of a girlfriend, especially in like a retail space. Because number one, retail is like gossip central.
Mhm,
Everybody's so
mhm,
gossip, gossip, gossip.
Mm,
Niggas will
mhm.
take your business from the cash register to the break room and shit like
Nah,
that.
that's
You
a
know what I'm saying?
fact. All the
I'm
whole
yeah,
being
the
I'm
that's
whole
being
true.
store.
honest. You know what I'm saying? But it keeps the
Yeah.
environment lively to a certain degree. But you know, I remember having and I told y'all this story because this is the girlfriend where we ended up in like the high speed chasing and shit like that. You know what I'm
My
saying?
cousin.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
gosh.
you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yes.
And this is what I'm saying. The cousin, the quote unquote cousin, this is in my teeny my teeny love years and shit. Nigga was showing up to the fucking to the shop. And here
No
I and here I
way.
am being a
No
faithful
way.
nigga, all right, being a faithful man to this woman, and she bringing niggas around me who ain't really her cousin and shit. And when I tell you, let me tell you something. I was turning down pussy in retail left and right. Like women was coming in the shop. Oh, I like you. And hear me. Oh no, I have a woman. She works here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stand-up nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
And shit was rubbing me the wrong way or whatever.
Life lessons, baby. Life lessons, baby.
Facts, life
Life
lessons, and,
lessons,
and,
baby.
and, and even when she had like an attitude with me or some shit, Lord,
Mhm.
the work they got so much harder. I felt like I'm fighting management and this bitch. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
wow.
yeah, certain situations for me made
Yeah.
me number one ease up on the level of relationship I have when I'm working with a woman, especially in like a retail environment or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to be in proximity of
yeah.
that type of work environment because even when I was working at like Circuit City and shit, oh my gosh, like before HR really started doing their work or their jobs and shit, I, I could say like I was fucking like a good amount of women in the store, and nobody knew shit unless you knew
Church,
the stories or whatever the case
church,
is. But
church.
that was kind of like a soap opera type of shit. It's like, oh, who they fuck, or what's that, or a chick would come by and she would just like hit me with a little flirtatious something, and I'm saying here like, oh, she wants the dick. You know what I'm saying? And it's just what it is. Niggas be having these stories. But
Yeah.
I will say outside of that though, like in certain instances where I know there's an autonomy with how I get to work with somebody, because I'm into I don't need to work so closely with you, but I want to help you and support you in so many ways possible. I think that's the best way for me to work with my partner right now, especially it's like if I can do something, whether it's digital, I'm into technical shit. It's like,
Hmm.
yeah, baby, I'll build a website for you, or do whatever to
Okay.
get you going and be that support system for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that's kind of where I'm at as far as my level of investment and how I want to help my partner within doing something. It's like, let me play to my strengths and give that to you. So that's
Okay.
Could you have your girlfriend
Okay.
be like your manager?
yeah, if she fits the motive and the intention, and we can literally talk. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I love
Mhm.
being led by women if they want to give me that type of feedback. I love a woman's opinion, in all honesty, with a lot of things in my
Gotcha.
life. So why not?
Gotcha.
I do think women sometimes make better managers, just to be honest. Like that's just what it is.
All right. All right. I hate going behind Flash because I need to find a cromulent way.
Pause, pause,
I need
pause,
to find a
pause.
cromulent way to tell this nigga that he's
Behind
long
Flash?
winded. This
Don't
motherfucker,
don't
right?
put nothing acceptable behind me, bro. Like I don't care
Oh
how you
gosh.
introduce the
Pause,
word of the
Cause
week,
this
nigga.
motherfucker talk
pause,
all
bro.
day. Like you let this motherfucker Flash talk, he'll talk for three,
Yo,
he'll talk for
bro. Yo,
30
yo,
minutes
yo,
straight.
shake, yo, shake,
Real
yo,
shit.
shake. On my mother, that was
Oh,
cromulent, bro.
God.
That was not
Listen,
cromulent. That was not
somebody told
cromulent.
me, somebody told me I'm not fun on this podcast unless I tell a story. So fuck you. I'm gonna tell my stories then.
I love your stories, Flash. I
We
love your
like it. We
stories.
like it.
Anyhow, I'm gonna talk about it in the sense of my woman working together and also being in and also her like being like my woman's manager or my woman being my manager. And in that case, I feel like it could be a good and a bad thing, right? Because you have somebody with you that has your back. They know your strengths, your weaknesses, your goals, and they know that intimately. You know what I'm saying? And they're there, and you know that they're there for your success, and your success equals their success. So it's good in that way, but the amount of accessibility that that person has to you can also be a bad thing because it's like you guys are always together. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not like I don't sometimes you may feel smothered in these situations. So for me, I feel like, when you are working with your partner, you just like TJ said, you have to learn to turn it off. Also, you have to learn to give each other your space as well. Even if you are working together, you need to find time for yourself and you need to find time away from your partner so you guys are not together all the time and always in each other's space. You know what I mean?
Right.
So other than that, like I can it can be a good thing or a bad thing for me. Okay, and I'm
Okay.
complete.
The last one is
For Monique.
Monique talked about how she, struggled. This is her third marriage, and how she struggled with, making her man the head of the household, and she
Right.
would sit at the head of the table. And so
Mhm.
the question is for the women, you know, would you have a problem being the breadwinner and allowing your husband to still be the lead of the family, like the
Mm-hmm.
head of the
Mhm.
household?
Yeah.
What you feel about
So
that, Mo?
I feel at that position. So if I'm the breadwinner of the family,
You're making
yeah,
buku
I
bucks.
Buku.
yeah, that's fine. So as my what is this is my partner or my husband? My husband.
Your
So my
husband.
Husband.
husband,
Your husband.
Your
Your
yeah,
husband.
husband.
you need to lead. You need to lead. And I'm gonna allow you to lead because me, making that money and being the breadwinner, I now want to step back, right? Because I'm already grounds boots to the ground with making the money. So now is your time to step up in the household form and lead. So I'm gonna allow you
What
to lead.
what does a man have to what type of qualities does a man have to have for you to relinquish that type of trust in them? Like,
And what does lead look like to you,
Right.
yeah,
Mo?
Yeah, I
Right.
need
yeah.
to.
Because
Right. So for me, yeah, and yes, as females in general, we plan everything. We plan vacations, we plan trips, we do all these things. But once in a while, I would like to for a man to do that. Hey, babe, I planned this trip for us. What? You know what I mean? Like that's just a little. I like it's the smallest thing like that. But I also would
Mhm.
like him to lead in the finances. You know what I mean? Like we could
Okay.
sit down together and do this. So it's leading too. Like I can still be there, and you can say, okay, babe, well let's look at this. Maybe we should invest in this, or put
So you would
looking at
you would
looking
tr-
at finances and stuff.
you would trust him to
Mhm.
like uproot your life if he was like, "Hey, baby, look, I got a job opportunity that's going to take us to California. Right? It's going to take us to California, but you won't be able to come back home for like a couple months. Would you be down to go?"
Well, that would be a discussion, right? Because if I'm the breadwinner and now you're uprooting me from making the bread that we making, we got to talk about that
Mm.
because where the money gonna come from? And I'm just being honest as far as financial wise, where
you see,
or I would say, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say the better question to that is, would you allow him to tell you how to spend your money? You know what I'm saying, or tell you like where to put your money, especially if these are ideas that are coming from him, but granted
Mm.
he's not
Mhm,
necessarily
mhm.
making the money. Are you okay with him telling you like, "Yo, we're gonna put money in here, here, and here. This is what the plan is."
Yeah, if it makes sense to me, I'm okay with it. Like if it makes sense and he's saying, hey, let's look at this, let's look at that, because we got it. Because realistically, we're not saying that he does not make any money, right? So we got to be real about that. We're just saying I make more money than him at this point in time. So
Yeah.
so us right. So it's not like I'm not going to say that he's a bum and he's not working or anything like that. I just happen to make more money than him. So yes, his voice
Yeah.
should be heard. We're in a marriage together. We're sitting down collectively, and maybe my husband is privy to finance things that I may not. Even though I make the most money, he may say, "Babe, this is a good
Right.
investment. Let's invest in
Right.
that." So I'm
Right.
gonna let you handle that because I'm making the money, but you know the finances. You know what's what in regard to the money. So I'm gonna trust you with that. So
Right.
that's how I look at it. Yeah.
Yo, for me, right quick, Mo, I'm sorry, were you complete?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, for me, Mr. HSD, y'all know who I am. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Y'all know I'm a sexist at heart. You know that I
Hmm.
am, like I said, acts of service, shit like that. Women should cook, all that hot shit, right? Gender roles, all that. But when it comes to this situation right here, I feel like I don't believe that men have to lead. Okay. And I feel like that is an antiquated gender role that we have for men that it's not necessary. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you guys are partners and you guys are gonna make decisions based off of your strengths, right? Now, I may not be as great with accounting as my wife. So she may make a lot of the financial decisions, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to me, I might make
Correct.
some I might be great at, picking vacations and shit like that. Not that that's a great, but there's something Mo brought up, but I might be great at picking
Yes.
vacations. So I will be the one
Exactly.
to lead in that. But it depends on you guys. If you're a couple, in order to build together, especially if even if your wife is the breadwinner, you guys have to share the responsibilities. And once you share the
Mhm.
responsibilities, you figure out what each other's strengths are and what each other is good at and how you guys can excel as a unit. That's
I
the
like that.
only way you can move forward. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way as a couple, that it should be. I don't see I'm your leader or you're my leader. We're a couple, all right?
Mhm.
We are mutual partners and we are trying to become successful together.
Yeah. No, I
Correct.
think
But
Okay.
go ahead,
Yeah.
no,
Mesh.
I was gonna piggyback on what Shake was saying in terms of the specific thing that you're leading me in, right? So, like you mentioned,
Mhm.
you may be better at one thing than another, and if we're business
Mm-hmm,
partners, and I'm expecting you to lead us in this business, then sure, no
mm-hmm,
problem. I mean, I would think that
Correct.
it'd be cool relinquishing that responsibility to you because that's
mm-hmm,
what teammates do. Like, I'm sharing
mm-hmm,
this thing with you. So I get that 100%, Shake. I'm with you. You about to say
mm-hmm,
something, TJ?
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think what we need to do is define what leading means. Like,
mm-hmm,
for example, for
Mhm.
me, how I want my man to lead is, protection. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? I want you to, I want to feel protected by you. I want to feel like, you know, and I do agree with you, Shake, that, everything is a conversation. I
mm-hmm,
want you to do
Mhm.
the things that you're strong in, and I know your strengths and you know my strengths and I know your weaknesses and you know my weaknesses. And so we excel in the things that we have strengths with. But if I am the breadwinner, and what I mean by my man leading the household is that, he makes the decisions for the household, but it's not that he makes the decisions for the household. It's that
We.
we communicate these things. And I agree with his decisions. You know what I mean? We
Decision.
have everything is a conversation, everything is a compromise, but I trust him to make that ultimate decision because I know that he has my best interest. And then for some reason, when you were explaining everything, talking about the
Mhm.
finances, and I'm the breadwinner, first of all, I think I want to make sure we got a prenup because I want to
Right.
make sure that I'm
Here
protected.
she
You
fucking
know what I'm
go. Here
There
she
saying?
she
And
fucking
go.
Yeah.
go.
Right.
yeah, I went there and there I go.
We're not
Okay. I
getting no
want to make
prenup. We're not
sure
getting no prenup. Okay.
we are getting a
He want
prenup.
that
No.
And
money.
I want to be,
Right.
and actually in the perfect leader for me, for me, and everybody's different, right? The perfect leader for me is the one that's saying, we're looking over our finances together. Today's Friday, baby.
Mhm.
Let's look at our finances. This is where we have for budgeting. This is what we have in investments. This is what we have for our vacation. This is what
Right.
we have for play money. And we doing these things together because I want to be involved in that. And the leader that I choose is going to understand that I get to be involved in that too.
Hmm.
And we can start that
Mhm.
conversation however, like go with whatever. But I want to be in my feminine energy. If I'm the breadwinner, and my
Yeah.
husband is leading, like I want to have nothing on my brain and I could just allow my husband to
Depend on
kind of
him.
lead in that household in whatever capacity I
Mm-hmm.
think leading is for
Exactly.
our relationship dynamic. But my
Mm-hmm.
question to you guys now is, can I flip it to you guys? Is that
Hmm.
okay, Mash, if I do that question?
Flip it.
If
I
Yeah.
you
mean, go ahead.
guys are dating a woman that's a breadwinner, how do you guys feel about leading the household? Shake, I heard you say, that doesn't exist and that's
Uh-huh.
antiquated.
Mm-hmm.
But what if your girl was the breadwinner? How
Yeah.
would you lead?
Right,
Like, what
right
does that look
quick,
like
right
for
quick.
you?
No, right quick. I just kind of wanted to jump on. I think I've already answered this question. However,
Yeah.
I just kind of wanted to say, as far as even if she wants me to be like the protector, as far as in that,
Provider.
like kind of not necessarily the provider, because she's making all the bread. Okay, let's say I'm a stay at home dad, right? And I'm making these decisions. I don't want my woman to 100% lean on me to make all the decisions. I need somebody to have my back that can say, hey, you know what I'm saying? These are the blind spots. These are the blind spots that you need to be looking at, right? I need a woman to second guess me sometimes and say, hey, these things right here, you need to actually pay attention to this, or be my devil's advocate to say, what if this goes wrong, and what if this goes wrong? You know what I'm saying? So I really think that
Yeah.
that's what I look for in a partner, somebody who can kind of course correct me when I'm going in the wrong direction, and not necessarily always have to have that pressure on me to lead. And even if she's the breadwinner and I take lead, I still expect that. I expect her to course correct me, and I expect her to really help me lead her, or show me how to lead her. You know what I mean?
So
Gotcha.
you
So
could be in a relationship with a
Okay.
woman that is the breadwinner.
Oh yeah, oh hell yeah, heck yeah! I'll be the stay-at-home
Okay.
dad
Okay.
all day. I be cooking,
Cooking and
and
cleaning.
that's it. All that,
Cleaning.
man, you don't
Mm.
even understand. I be
Okay.
on my Miss Doubtfire shit real quick.
Okay.
Real
Okay.
quick.
I
Yeah.
like
Alright?
that.
So
Okay, Shay. Cool.
I hear what y'all saying. I mean, I guess I've always tried, or I've always been in scenarios where I do feel like I lead in my own way, and I do think we require both parties to be involved in their own respective leaderships. However, I do feel like there is always going to be one person who is going to lead more often, somebody who might make
Hmm.
the bigger decisions. And we're not saying it trumps your partner's decision, but we know your partner might be more willing to follow your ideas, especially if maybe you have a proven track record of making things happen. And I feel like that's just with any managerial skills, or knowing how to control a room, or whatever you're good at, whatever you play to. But at the same time, can I do it? Yeah, I think I could do it, but I would have to make sure, like, I'm gonna be honest, that my woman could listen to me, n- even if she's making that money, and listening to me might come in different phases, because, like, number one, I probably think, like, if women have too much money, and they the head of the household, and you dealing with this nigga, they might be prone to raising their voice more and shit at a nigga. And guess what, nigga? You ain't really gonna say no shit if you are not the leader in that house. I'm gonna be
bro,
honest with you.
bro,
You
bro,
know,
this gonna
You
sound
gonna let
crazy.
her yell at you?
but this is how I know I'm not the leader. If she could yell at me,
Mm.
I'm no longer the
Right.
leader, nigga.
This is why I was fully okay with answering TJ's question, because I fully adopt the pimp mentality. I'm okay with my woman being the breadwinner and me making all the decisions. So I'm okay with it. I mean, most pimps got multiple hoes. If I had just, I'm no disrespect to ladies, but if it was just one and I had to manage everything else and she was just bringing me all the bread, yeah, no problem. I can make all the decisions for us, and you gonna make all the money. That dynamic came to mind for me when you said that.
Yeah,
It's just
Right.
that I can do that. I can live that
it's
life.
gotta
That
feel
wouldn't
like
be a
that.
problem. Yeah, it
And
wouldn't be
I
a
hear that. It's gotta feel like that. I gotta be able to walk outside, and I'm just wiping my shoulder off, like, yeah,
problem.
baby, got me a new coat. Look at that. Holla, nigga. That's right.
Now you
I
can
wanna
tell how the way I use my
I
walk on
can't.
woman's bed. Every time I'm
Hey,
talking.
hey.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah, no, but that's real shit. Cause yeah, cause once again, once that narrative gets out of hand, though, and I know how I am in leadership,
Hmm.
because, and I'm not saying like I yell at my woman, you know what I'm saying, but I know, like, when I raise my voice, she knows, like, this nigga mean business, and she's also like, oh, this nigga making my panties wet, like, oh my god, because, like, certain women, they just like
Ah.
this shit, and if I can't do this shit, regardless of how much money she got, I don't feel good with being a leader, and guess what, I'm out. Like, that's just not the
Mhm.
dynamic for me,
Yeah,
and that's all that is.
Yeah,
Right.
because
yeah.
I feel like in that instance,
Absolutely.
I would be the leader of my relationship, even if she was the breadwinner, regardless, because that's just how the relationship dynamics would work.
Mhm.
The relationship would just be what it is. She just had man bread.
Right.
I would still feel like the leader
Right.
regardless.
Mm.
Now we're gonna cleanse our chakras with no bad days.
It's gonna be a great ass day. Because I said it was gonna be a great ass day. I won't accept nothing else. Nothing bad will enter my day. that shit like you mean it. Hold it. No bad days.
None.
No bad days, tribe. Happy Valentine's Day. And it's only right that I focus on the heart chakra today. And we're all wearing red, or some of us are wearing red. That represents Valentine's Day. But the heart chakra is represented by the color green. It's located in the middle of your chest. And it represents your ability to have compassion, to have love for yourself and others. It connects us to our emotional side. Some affirmations that you can focus on are: my heart is open. I love myself unconditionally. I attract trusting and loving relationships. I manifest happiness. And the past has no power or control over me. I release all things, people, experiences that no longer serve me with ease. And I'm ready and open to receiving love and blessings. I wish this for all of you guys out there, tribe. So,
yes.
if any of those affirmations resonate with you, and I hope they do, I want you to take some time for yourself and give yourself some love today, tribe. If you don't have a Valentine's Day, or even if you do have a Valentine's Day, a Valentine's today. We're going to start with taking a nice deep breath in. And we're going to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Drop your shoulders down. No bad days.
No bad days again.
Sounds good.
See that? Now you definitely can't have a bad day.
That was better. Sorry, 3 times a charm.
Stick to our roots. Stick to our roots.
There you go. There you go.
3 times a charm.
Yeah, TJ, I like
You guys deserve the love.
I like how you were saying in your monologue about how, you know, you got to show love to yourself. Do y'all want to do or just share like one tidbit about how y'all show love to yourselves?
Ooh,
Like,
I
just in
like
general?
that.
Yeah, nah,
Okay.
go ahead,
Okay,
start.
brother
Go ahead, girl.
love.
Go
You
for
see me,
it.
right?
You start.
Yeah.
So I ain't even gonna hold you. All right. So y'all know I'm a bald, look, a sexy bald nigga at that. All right. But when I get time to really say I take time to myself, I think it's my shaving. Like that's something that I take very, it's an intimate moment for me. I got the lather, you know, and I got an old school razor. I got a double-edged razor and all this other, you know, the fixings and whatnot. I got a certain type of smell in the lather. So, you know, when I jump out the shower, you know, I play some jazz music. I get the lather, I butter the head up, and I just have like a good time just listening to the sound of my hair.
What song you play when you do this?
Jazz, like jazz or blues, something like that.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
yeah, it's
like
a
a
intimate moment.
Spotify, Pandora.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I can go next.
Go for it.
Tribe, if you are single like myself, you know, the safest sex is with yourself. That's why I kept the lights on. You know what I'm saying? The Hitachi is behind the pillow at all times. Okay. And so I show myself some love
Talk about
by, you know, just busting a quick nut. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to wait for somebody to get you there. You get to get yourself there. Show yourself some love today, tribe.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
Play with them pussies. Come on. Who else got some love? Some love.
I'll go next. Oh, whoever could go next. I could
Now
go.
you can go next, Mo. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mo.
All right.
How do you show yourself love?
I show myself love by, of course, those that know me, I work out. That's the way I show myself love. And also, if you know me as well, my nails have to get done. This is the self-love for me. People love them. They always like, anytime I get my nails done, people want to see like it's self-love. My nails
Keep them
have
claws
to be
sharp.
done.
I like that.
Keep it done. Nails and toes.
Them claws, nigga. Scratch up your back, nigga.
How about you, Jake? How you show love?
So me, y'all, I show myself love. I appreciate y'all answers because I agree with most of y'all. I show love by, you know, beating off, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's very aggressive, You know, but when I'm not having sex, I'm gonna take care of myself, right?
Right.
I love myself.
I show love by working out, and I don't even have to go to the gym. I can work out wherever I am. You know what I'm saying? Because working out, because keeping your body in shape is showing love to yourself. And then also, I eat my favorite meal. Like I make sure, I take time to eat my favorite meal and shit like that. And I take long showers. So I think I show love to myself in a lot of ways.
Facts.
Right?
Nah, I respect that. I respect that.
Nash.
I show love to myself. I journal, and I journal and I self-reflect. That's one of the best ways that I show love to myself is that I take time to hold myself accountable for the things that I say I want for myself and say in goals that I set for myself. That's how I help myself as I journal. That's how I show myself love. Yeah, no doubt.
Yes.
Yo, I wanted to mention something. So I was actually on Facebook the other day and I saw my boy had one of these guys I went to school with, right? He had created a what do you call it? The 2024, the New Year's resolution, right? But his New Year's resolution was so dope because he created like a little it was like a little pie chart. And in every chart he wrote down different parts of his life that he wanted to improve. He put relationships, money, work, wealth, personal, home, and these are different areas of his life. And he wrote down little bullet points of things that he wanted to work on in himself this year. And I think it's key that you actually don't just come up with one New Year's resolution, but you need to figure out ways to improve your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be honest, why wait for New Year's, right? Why not today? Why not do it right now? Why not create a pie chart and say, hey, this is what I want to do in my life, and these are the changes I want to make in order to make my life a better quality, right? So, take that time, and, I think people should really instill that and use that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's definitely showing yourself some love.
Thanks.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. That's it.
Wow, we gotta go to the
That's the Valentine's Day episode, bro.
Gang.
I mean, I like to think that this episode was crumbling. We put out good episodes.
I know you would.
Yeah, motherfucker. I'm on the board now. Y'all want to fight? Let's fight. Let's fight to the death. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Let's do it.
So is it a three-way? Is it a three-way tie now?
No, it's not. No, it's not. Flash got it. It's not. Flash got it.
Flash did? I thought it was Flash.
No, it is a three-way tie. It's a three-way tie. I only did it once.
It is a three-way tie.
Look at you, you loser. You submitting to him and you don't even know.
Let's go.
Let's fight. Let's fight.
I could have sworn you had it twice.
So me and TJ, get to decide?
Yes, they get to decide.
Okay.
Look, I'm just letting you know right now off the rip that any other opportunities that y'all have, it's cromulent, bro.
Okay. All right. I hear you.
Okay.
I feel like
it is acceptable. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry, Flash.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to love languages, women are cromulent with you focusing on quality time and giving them good dick. That's what I said.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is my dick ain't just cromulent, nigga. It's amazing. Fuck out of here.
So it's better than acceptable or adequate. Yeah. Mo, you go first. What's your vote? Who you vote for?
Shake made me laugh. I'm sorry. He just.
I was gonna say, yeah. Shake. I think you used it the best.
You used it the best. Yeah.
You got it.
It ain't average. It's amazing. So
you went to war. You went to war.
Fuck out of here.
You got in his bag on that one. You got in his bag on that one.
I was trying to win the ladies' hearts over and shit. Hey, can you pull his dick out? Guess what, ladies?
Exactly.
Word.
Yeah, thanks for listening, Tribe. I can't. It's hilarious.
Yo, Tribe, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for commenting and subscribing. We love you, Tribe.